Hello, crypto enthusiasts. Here we are for a big update for Coinbase users. For the 3 months ending June 30, cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase revealed a larger loss and lower revenue than planned, indicating that the impact of cryptocurrency's crash this year was more than predicted. Last Tuesday, Coinbase announced its financial results for the second quarter, reporting a loss of $1.1 billion on a revenue of $803 million. Both of these numbers were lower than what was expected by analysts and than what Coinbase reported in the first quarter. Coinbase, which made huge gains after coming out publicly last year, but has struggled to keep momentum during the latest crypto winter, also announced a loss for the second straight quarter. Crypto context. Coinbase's primary revenue source has been impacted by the broad slowdown in cryptocurrency trading activity throughout all exchanges. The decrease in Coinbase's monthly transactional users, MTUs, from 9.2 million to 9 million contributed to a 30% drop in trading volume from quarter 1 to quarter 2 2022, from $309 billion to $217 billion. According to the company's quarter 2 2022 shareholder letter, the present downturn arrived fast and furious, and they are seeing customer behavior parallel that of earlier down markets. Coinbase expressed concern in a letter that its retail clientele are trading less frequently. Accordingly, the company has seen a shift in its MTU mix toward non-trading activities, like staking, despite the fact that it recognizes that these non-investing activities generate less revenue per user. The company believes that the high percentage of Bitcoin and Ethereum users who are choosing to hang on to their assets rather than selling into market volatility is a major factor in the recent trading collapse. When Coinbase Global announces its second quarter results last Tuesday after the close, investors will get their first look at how badly the crypto market fall has affected the trading platform. Compared to the first quarter, investors anticipated a 25% drop in sales for Coinbase to $874 million. The quarterly loss is expected to grow to $2.47 per share from the previous quarter's $1.98 loss, according to analysts. A lot of upheavals happened in the second quarter, making it one of the most turbulent times in the young industry's history. As a result of the collapse of a widely used stablecoin in May, cryptocurrency prices crashed and a number of cryptocurrency lending and investing organizations went bankrupt. Bitcoin's price in June plummeted below $20,000, indicating a fall of more than 70% from its November high. Since then, it has increased to almost $23,000. To a comparable extent, Coinbase's share price has suffered. The company's stock price has dropped 63% since the beginning of the year to around $92. Bear markets, or crypto winter as industry proponents call it, are a double punch for the trading platform. Lower prices for coins like Bitcoin and Ether not only cut into transaction revenue, but may also slow the rapid surge in crypto adoption by new users, who have witnessed other recent entrants face dramatic losses. Coinbase trade volumes have remained down and just above July levels, according to a research note published last week by Know0 managing director and cryptocurrency expert Dan Dolev. Coinbase's daily trade volume ranged from $1.7 billion in July to between $1.7 billion and $1.8 billion on August 3. This is down significantly from March, when it was about $3 billion. Know0 rates the stock as neutral and sets a price target of $42. The recent news for Coinbase hasn't been entirely negative. Its stock price increased by more than 50% in 1 week. A short squeeze in which speculators, who had bet the stock would fall, quickly closed their positions and bought shares to avoid further losses, was blamed by several analysts for the extraordinary spike. Last week, Coinbase and BlackRock BLK announced a partnership that will make trading on Coinbase available to BlackRock's institutional clients. In addition, any information Coinbase shares about increased regulatory scrutiny are likely to be of interest to investors. The Securities and Exchange Commission filed an insider trading complaint against Coinbase in July, claiming that 7 assets traded on the exchange should be classified as securities. Firms like Coinbase need to be aware of the difference, in case they are ever found to be facilitating the trade of unregistered securities, and face additional registration requirements and penalties. It is true that the trading of so-called altcoins that could be classified as belonging to that category has become an increasingly important source of revenue for Coinbase and other platforms like it. But regulators are generally in agreement that Bitcoin, the most valuable and globally traded cryptocurrency, is not a security. Examples include Coinbase, which said that 52% of its transaction income in the first quarter came from crypto assets other than Bitcoin and Ethereum, up from 40% in the first quarter of 2021. Investors' fortunes on Coinbase continue to plummet. Following the release of the company's second quarter earnings and revenue decline on August 9, Coinbase stock dropped another 15% in pre-market trading. Is Coinbase's stock now cheap because of its recent drop? Analysts are unanimous in their pessimism, with even the most upbeat predicting a 25% drop in share price. The crypto market crash, a weak business strategy, negative cash flow, and a lack of compelling development opportunities make it difficult to see how Coinbase will recover in the near future. Shares of Coinbase have dropped by almost 15% since the company disclosed its disappointing second quarter performance and subsequent forecasts, which are given below. Sales plummeted 64% to $808 million, or $23.9 million less than expected. The $616.2 million in sales revenue reported by retailers is 66% lower than expected, coming in at just $51.1 million. $4.98 loss per share, or $2.34 below projections. Assets on the platform are down 63% to $95 billion. The number of users transacting has dropped to 9 million, a decrease of 2.2% from the first quarter. The forecast for 2022 was reduced by Coinbase. Coinbase reportedly lowered its forecast for monthly transactional users in 2022 from its previous range of 5 million to 15 million, with a median estimate of 10 million, by 20% to a range of 7 million to 9 million. Vulnerable business model. The cryptocurrency industry, of which Bitcoin is a part, is in decline, and Coinbase relies significantly on it. In particular, retail trading of cryptocurrencies accounts for 66% of their revenue. The fall in cryptocurrency value is mostly to blame for the company's net loss. Coinbase recorded a non-cash impairment charge of $377 million connected to cryptocurrencies at the end of June, while its own cryptocurrency holdings dropped almost 67% to $428 million, from roughly $1 billion at the end of March. During the period, Coinbase's market share decreased. Its quarter-two share of the cryptocurrency market value dropped from 11.2% to 9.9%, as institutional clients de-risked and sold crypto for fiat rather than transferring their coin to another network. Those who dismissed the dollar, euro, and others as fiat currencies might not have expected this decline in value. We cite a number of causes for the crypto market's 56% quarterly drop given below. In May, the value of the so-called stablecoin Terra USD 1.5% and its related cryptocurrency Luna 0.1% both plummeted. More than 20 cryptocurrency exchanges have closed, with the shutdowns of Celsius Network and Voyager Digital Holding being the most notable. Gala Digital Holdings and Marathon Digital Holdings, two additional publicly traded cryptocurrency companies, recently suffered losses that were much larger than anyone had anticipated. In addition, Coinbase's hefty costs make it unattractive as a cryptocurrency exchange. We mentioned earlier that Coinbase's transaction charge was 46 times the average. Since then, it has more than doubled to 1%. Analyst Kenneth claimed in June that Coinbase's high fees were a major factor in the company's declining market share, and that the company's subsequent decision to revoke employment offers and announce a reduction of 18% of its workforce had a negative impact on its reputation. Negative cash flow. Over the course of the March quarter ending, Coinbase squandered $730 million in free cash flow. Thankfully, it had $6.3 billion in cash on its books in March. According to its quarter-two shareholder letter, Coinbase's cash reserves dropped to $5.8 billion by the end of June, and the company spent $3.9 billion on operations in the first half of 2022. As trade volumes continue to decline, it is unclear if Coinbase will be able to lay off enough employees to slow its cash burn rate. No compelling growth opportunities. Optimism about expansion may have been warranted when BlackRock BLK'd 0.5% and Coinbase announced a partnership to make institutional crypto trading easier. Bloomberg said that the news did not cause a sharp increase in cryptocurrency prices. Factors like higher interest rates, from which the firm will produce money, the jump in crypto prices in July, the approaching Ethereum merge, and the possibility for the exchange to build its user base all contribute to the optimistic outlook. When we think about Coinbase, we think about retail investors who have been traumatized by the crypto catastrophe. Too many of these investors took out loans to buy cryptocurrencies and now can't sell them for anywhere near what they paid for them. Those who predicted that Coinbase's share price would fall will be pleased by this development. According to the journal, the short selling of Coinbase shares increased from 18.4% in June to 20.4% on July 29. If today's stock price falls below the $64 price goal set by JP Morgan, those betting against the stock will make a 23% profit. Check out our sponsors in description below. www.livebusiness.news, www.newsoftbitcoin.com, www.cryptonewsstock.com. Alright guys, what do you think about Coinbase losses in future? What are your thoughts about the future of Coinbase? Are you going to respond? While you are at it, feel free to like and hit the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so YouTube can notify you every time we drop a new video.